Okay, could you give me a level there?
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, testing.
Okay, I think we're ready to go.
Smashing.
So tell us about yourself.
Well, my name's Rick Downs. I'm a music enthusiast, record collector. For the last 4 years, I've been making videos on the internet about collecting music, caring for your vinyl, setting up turntables, and reviewing music on a channel called Spiral to the Center. Never really got any attention of in any great numbers, but I've always enjoyed doing it. It's always brought us a lot of joy, and it sort of lets you engage with other record collectors and talk about the things you love,
Now tell us about the record.
Well, about 3 months ago, I got it into my head to do a haul video. So I went into town to one of my favourite record shops and bought a bunch of records. I bought that many that the fella behind the counter offered to give us a lucky dip. I went digging through this crate and I ended up finding this white label.
So white label records are advanced pressings that are used for promotional purposes. They don't tend to have any artwork, any track listings. They're just blank. They'll be sent to labels, executives, critics, artists, things like that.
I thought to myself, well, that's perfect. Content jackpot.
Hi, I'm Rick and welcome back to Spiral to the Center. Today I've got something really exciting to show you, but before I do, please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But for now, let's get into it. I've picked up this white label record and that means I've got no clue what's on it. Therefore, I'm going to do a blind reaction for you guys, okay? Let's check it out. Okay, we're starting small. Piano. Ooh, okay. Some organ. Ooh, piano. Got some vocal. Whoa, hang on. All right. That's backmasking. Let me just listen to that again.
So if you record something backwards onto something that's otherwise forwards, that's backmasking. It was very popular in the 60s and 70s. You can backmask almost anything. But when people started to do it with vocals, that's when you get some weird ideas. A lot of people would reckon that you could hear secret messages or hidden communication in the track.
Well, once I had it in the computer, it was dead easy to just reverse the audio so I could tell what the lyrics were.
Okay. No idea what that's saying, so maybe it's just nonsense. Maybe it's just gibberish. But hey, if it's not, and you out there in internet land know what it's saying, well, reach out to me. Leave me a comment, drop me a message into my inbox, and tell me what this is saying. But for now, guys, keep spinning.
And then it just blew up. It just went absolutely viral. There were hundreds upon hundreds of views and comments. People were theorizing about what the words could be.
What's really going on with that mysterious record? Here are my top 5 theories. Number 1, Satanism.
People were making their own videos about it. It was being shared on other platforms. It was crazy. But no one had figured out what the message said or what that record actually was.
Dude, I refuse to believe there's nothing on that record. I mean, there's gotta be something in the dead wax. This guy just needs to get his eyes checked.
I felt like an idiot.
So dead wax is the little space between the run-out grooves on a record. Usually you'll find things stamped or etched in there. An engineer's initials, serial numbers, identifying information.
It was small and it was etched in really poor handwriting, but it was there, HRD003, and that's a catalogue number, and it's really easy to search for catalogue numbers. Suddenly I had everything. I had the name of the album, I had who it was by, I had the year it was released, but as it turns out, that artist, Ashley Clark, never released anything else. Diving down the rabbit hole a little bit, I looked at the other credits on the album and no one else seemed to have done anything apart from this fella, Dave Witch. Now, Dave Witch had worked on 12 albums in the 70s, all released by the same record label called Henge. How cool was that? This mystery record that I'd found was made by a label based right here in Newcastle. And I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe I should collect them all. Maybe there'd even be more messages on the other albums. Who knows? So I set about trying to find them, but as it turns out, they're really difficult to find. I wasn't having any luck, and it wasn't until I misspelled the Island of Regrets in a search that I found something. So this video is from 2009. I just don't know what to make of it.
Hey guys, welcome back to That Girl Vlogs. I wanted to make a video because it's my birthday and I got a record player. I didn't have any records, so I got this from my dad's basement. You see, it's really cool. It works. That's kind of cool.
Don't be afraid, 'cause soon the day we hope would come will come, where the plans that we made will bring us all to.
So this is where it gets really weird.
Together in the sun, will bring us all together in the sun.
Creepiest part is, after that video, there is nothing else. There's a couple of social media links in the description and they're dead. And I left her a comment, but she never replied.
So what did you do next?
Well, that was the point where you got in touch. And I think today we should go into town and try and find some more Henge records.
That sounds great. Are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the shop where I found it. Hiya Martin, mate, you alright?
Oh, you're right, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, man.
What's going on with the...
You remember a couple of months back, I came in, I bought like a stack of records and you gave us a bit of a lucky dip.
Yeah?
Well, it turns out I picked up this white label and it's something a bit special. I don't suppose you have any clue where this might have come from.
Well, I can't help you there, man. Most of the stuff is like house clearance sales and people come in and sell rare records, but no. Sorry.
Fair. And have you ever heard of Henge Records?
Henge. Yeah, I remember some of the old lads talking about them a bit.
Well,
No.
yeah, man.
That's a Henge
Yeah, man.
record. Stick it on.
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to do a little bit of digging. So you're just happy for us to just shoot wherever?
Oh yeah, man.
All right, thanks, dude.
Thank you.
So this is actually the bin I found it in. So it's a good place to start. No more Henge records there. So on to the next one. Hi mate, you alright? Oh, I've got one. Phoenix by Alt.
Thanks a lot. Perfect.
Cheers.
There you go.
Ta.
Thanks for that.
Cheers, man.
Cheers out.
Last record shop of the day. Fingers crossed. Don't suppose you know if you've got any of them in.
These are all the Henge pressings.
You know about Henge?
Yeah. My uncle used to work there.
Hi, my name's Paul Knox and I've run RPM Music since 1988. The Henge factory opened in '73. A lot of people wanted to work there, including me, but I was too young. My uncle got a job there in '75. He was on the factory floor as a pressing engineer. He used to tell me that the place had a really weird vibe. He wanted to run his own label one day, but he never got the chance. I don't know. I used to have this hanging in the shop, but I had to take it down. Haven't seen or heard of Henge Records for a long time, until you walked in.
Do you know which album was being pressed on the night of the fire?
Yeah, it was the 13th, no copies made it out of the fire. It was obviously never released, which is sad because my uncle told me it was his favourite.
I don't know about this now. So I've slept on it, and I think I do want to press on with this. I think it's a story that should be told. That's a cool album, that. No backmasking though. So I've been checking the auction sites for ages and there hasn't been any Henge records, but there are two that are ending really soon and I'm currently the highest bidder, so keep your fingers crossed. Bollocks. Fuck. No, I got sniped on that one. There is 5 minutes left on the other one, so I'm going to up my bid. Come on. Get in! Yes! Sorry. I got that one.
Is that the record?
It's got to be. I'm not waiting on anything else. Ooh. Look at that. Eh? That's class, that. Oh well, there's no backmasking on that either. Never mind then.
What are you doing now?
Well, I've hit a bit of a dead end. Obviously the last video did that well, that there's people, you know, interested in what's going on, and there's more people watching than ever. So I figured, you know, crowdsource it a bit.
Sorry, I know it's been a while since my last upload, but I've been dead busy with some things that I can fill you in on in just a bit. But first, let's do some mail time. Dear Mr. Downs, I'm a long-time viewer of Spiral to the Centre and I've always enjoyed your videos. But your recent video regarding a white label record was a real disappointment. How that self-indulgent crap ever got pressed to vinyl is beyond me. I can't wait for you to return to regular reviews. Here's a list of albums that'll be more worth your time. Octopus by Gentle Giant, Close to the Edge by Yes, the list goes on. Signed, RG. Well, RG, I'm going to ignore you completely because I do have some information to fill you in on that mysterious white label record. Now, you may remember that it had a weird message on it in backmasking, and I've not gotten to the bottom of that, but I have got to the bottom of what this is. This is an album called Ravens Know. It was recorded by an artist called Ashley Clark and pressed by a record label called Henge that were based right here in Newcastle. How cool's that? Well, since that last video, some exciting developments have happened. This American filmmaker got in touch and decided that she wanted to make a film about me trying to figure out what that is. In fact,
They're here right now. This is Casey and Ben shooting this documentary about me. Can you believe it?
we have found out a couple of things. Henge Records isn't around anymore. Rather sadly, they burned down in a fire in the 1970s. But before they went, they released 12 albums. Now, I've managed to find two other ones. Phoenix by Alt and Vortex by Lucas Richter. We can take a listen to these in just a second, but first, I'm calling out to you for help. If you or anybody you know has one of these records, please, if you're willing to part with it, send it to my P.O. box, which is down in the description below. Let's take a listen to these. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Keep spinning, and I'll see you in the next one.
We'll see if that helps. All right, so Ben and Casey have gone home for the night, but this just, it can't really wait, so hang on. So this is a spectrogram, right? It's basically like a graph where you can sort of plot out the frequencies of your sound. So you can see here, like as the music's playing, it's sort of drawing out the frequencies. Well, I was doing this so I could see, you know, any dirt and stuff in there that I needed to clean up audio-wise. And well, hang on, check this out. Weird, right? So that's Vortex. Well, here's Phoenix. Right? That's just weird. I don't... Hang on. So there's this other bit here. Look, check this out. Thing is, I have no idea how they did that in the 70s. So, if you could tell us what you make of them.
What's this?
So those are the spectrograms that came off Vortex and Phoenix.
You're kidding, aren't you?
No.
No, it's very good. It's very clever. Did you do that?
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, all right.
Swear down. I cleaned it up a little bit, but other than that, I did no else. That's what's on there.
Sure. I just don't understand. Why would Henge hide messages like that?
I mean, have you ever heard of number stations?
No.
It was like a Cold War thing. It was like radio stations, but they were broadcasting to Soviet spies.
So you're telling me you think Henge was a front for Soviet spies?
I mean, it's as good a guess as any.
What if the guy who burned the place down was actually a good guy, destroyed the place before they had a chance to send out the invasion order hidden on a vinyl record?
I mean, we never did find out what was on that 13th album, did we?
Okay, Robert Stack, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm good. Ben?
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Have you had any new leads in your comments this morning?
Well, people really seem to like the music. People are dead excited about the documentary, but there's nothing useful, no new info. Oh, sorry guys, that's me. Forgot to put my phone on silent. Yous have got to see this. Holy shit.
That's all of them.
Yeah. I've got to call him, right?
Hello?
Hiya, my name's Rick. You just sent us an email?
Listen, I've got them 12 Henge albums that you're looking for. And I'm willing to give them to you, but you've got to stop looking. Stop talking about them on the internet. Stop making that documentary, all that. I'll meet you tomorrow, 12 o'clock, midday, at the Vinyl Cafe in Newcastle. Come by yourself.
Well, can I just ask, like...
You don't have to do this, okay?
No, I do.
I don't want you to do this for my documentary.
It's not about your documentary. I want those records. Listen, he told us to come by myself. So I reckon you guys should hang back here. I'll run up. I'm mic'd up. So, when you hear him talking, come up and get him.
Okay.
Stay there.
All right, be careful. All right, Ben, that's fine. We'll just stay here, okay?
Yeah, it's packed. There's something going on. We'll have to get through this way. I'll be right back.
I don't know if you should be doing this. Do you smell smoke?
No, it's round. I'll try phoning them. No. Shit.
I think we need to stop. Let's get out of here, okay?
Bollocks.
Good. Get the records down there too.
Casey?
Yeah?
Ben, bring the camera.
Before finally being brought under control by timely fire rescue services this afternoon. Police are currently looking for 75-year-old Roger Gilmore. Eyewitnesses told authorities Gilmore looked visibly distressed for several minutes before placing a number of vinyl records into a bin and setting them on fire.
I told you I smell
staff
smoke.
exited the building and no one was harmed. But music and coffee lovers across the northeast will mourn the loss of this local treasure.
Wait a minute,
Samantha Williams for Northeast News.
She said Roger Gilmore. Here, look. Front cover, Roger Gilmore. And here, cover by Roger Gilmore is the artist. I searched every name on these records and didn't... Roger Gilmore.
RG. The letter.
Shit. You're right, look at that. RG. That's unbelievable.
Wait, what's on the back?
Gilmore Freeman. Must have a Freeman shop nearby. We'll just go, ask him some questions.
It's too late for that. We're not going to go there. We're done for the night.
Come on, it's not that late.
No, he just burned down a cafe, so we're not going to go knocking on his door tonight.
Well, that's all the more reason to me. Other people are going to be looking for him, so we should get to him before they do.
The other people looking for him right now are the police, so we're not going to go find him. I'm not putting anyone in danger.
Danger my arse. Well, I'm alright going. Ben, do you want to come?
No, no. We're not going anywhere. Ben, we're done for the night. So you pack up. We're done, okay?
Come on, like...
Ben,
come on.
pack up, turn off the camera, we're done.
All right, Casey, look, I'm sorry. I know you told us not to do this, but I'm walking to Roger's shop. I've got to know what Henge was up to. I want to know what they were doing. I'm just going to ask him some questions. That's all. I mean, of course it should. I don't really know what I was expecting. At 3 o'clock in the morning. That's music. I can hear music. It's coming from here. Oh well, this has got to be it. He's painting Shay's studio. He'll be in there right now. All I've got to do is ask him just a couple. I don't know how I didn't see it. Can we stop now?
The desert of my dreams has never felt so desolate, and everyone, it seems, has found a way to make the best of it. But I was never known for the way I figured things out on my